On this site, we're putting in the right-of-way for the utility company. Now, how do we know there's a right-of-way here? Well, the power company told us there was. I'm Justin Hitt with Prosperity Homestead. In this video, we're going to walk through. We got a brush mower in here, bringing down these trees to give us a 10-foot access point for underground power. So when you're getting power to your property, you're going to look at various options with your power company, and they're going to tell you what you can and cannot do, and they're going to give you suggestions. This particular route served the needs of other people if they decide to put a house down the property, and it was an existing right-of-way since 1965. Now, this is just our first day. I think we've been here about 4 hours, and we're all wrapped up. It's about 6 p.m. And what we're doing is the first pass is just to rough out, get the trees dropped. Now, the neighbor's got a nice little garden over here, so we didn't go all the way up to the edge. Want to give the neighbor some space, but we're still on the land that's here. But all this underbrush is kind of cleared up where it needs to be cleared. Because again, we're going to have goats on this property, so we don't need to clear all the underbrush. You got to leave something for them goaties to eat. And so what we got here is just kind of the pass that's necessary for the electric company to come through and bury cable. Now, the best thing we can do for the electric company is to get this shelf as level as possible, because when it's done, I'm required to keep it clean. So I'm required to keep oh, here's some geese. I'm required to keep this area clear, so it's probably just going to be garden beds or grass. Oh, listen. All right. That's what we do when you work with nature. So instead of just excavating this out or come through with a bulldozer and pushing it all over, we wanted to chip it, and then we're going to come back and just tidy it up, kind of make it level. We want level growing spaces. So again, it's just about leveling it out. We're not going to bother to pull the roots, the stumps out or anything like that. But this will make a good little paddock area for some corn, maybe something like that. But essentially, it's not going to be a highly productive area because it's next to a road. But it might as well get it back in cover crop. Maybe put a deer plot right here, because the neighbor could. Probably not a deer plot, but basically they already got a deer plot. So basically, what we're going to end up, it's undecided. But the neighbor could basically extend their garden area all the way up to this point here. I don't mind if it comes over onto my property, and then down this edge can be corn, okra, big stuff like that. And then back up this way can just be grasses or more corn and okra. You want to get multiple use out of the space. Let me show you the piece of equipment that we're working with. The guy's gone home, take a break. He's been out here for 4 hours or so. I'm just tidying stuff up before I leave. And you can see the trees are really tiny. And so they're getting cleared out. Now, this used to be an old road. So that tree line is across my property. So they probably about 4 foot into the woods is my property line. So I promised that most of the neighbors that I wouldn't cut all the trees down so that they don't have to look at me. But ultimately, or look at this area. So ultimately, this area gets leveled out a little bit. It gets the underground cable, which will be 3 feet underground. Grow some stuff over top of it. This little bit of brush on the edge here will get cleared up. Might give us a little bit of a wider road. Now we're putting a level pad in another spot, so we may need some of this dirt. But again, this is what the work's being done with. So now this is going to be a smaller size brush mower, not as big as the forest mulcher that we had before. It does a fine job on this, and it gets this underbrush taken care of. Now, there are areas like here, we didn't realize there was a hump in here, and it kind of got grounded out on that. You can see it's a nice piece of equipment. And as far as these size trees, it takes them down pretty well. But big trees like this, I'll have to take that with a chainsaw. So I'll be here tomorrow with the chainsaw to take these down. And then we got over here, we get close to the telephone pole because we didn't have to go very far. We've got actually wires up in the trees. So what I'll do is I'll cut down those trees by hand. But folks, you can see what we're doing. We are clearing this area up. and getting access in. It's no different than the maintenance you normally do on the side of a road to keep branches from getting into the road. And with this cutout, they'll put underground cabling to this point. So what are the key things you want to put on your property? You want to make sure you have access on your property. You want to make sure that you have water on your property. And next, we want to get some kind of power. Even if you're off grid, if you have the opportunity to get power, get some power. Because that power will be an additional source. Because remember, 1 is none, 2 is 1. So if you're off grid and sustained by power, then you'll have a better opportunity. But again, I think I'm a little winded. I think I'm going to wrap it up right here. I'm Justin Hitt with Prosperity Homestead. Click the link below to find out more about what we're doing. We have tutorials, special reports. We have guides and other details to help you get better use from your land, to help you optimize your property, to do it in a holistic and environmentally friendly way, to make best use of the resources. Thanks for watching.